guys, welcome to another visit to a cemetery. It is autumn and the trees are starting to really change now. You can see like that one's turning brown at this point. You still got some nice golden colors. They show up better, I think, in person than on camera. But actually over on the other side, the trees are really bright, but it just doesn't look like it's coming through on camera. But they're like golden, like fire. But yeah, I actually have you on the tripod today, so hopefully it's a little more steady. But figured we'd just take a walk and see what's new. Ground's a little unsteady in places. I don't know how long I'll be out here. It's one of those days where it's like it's cold, but it's not cold. It's warm, but it's not warm. Like it's 62 Fahrenheit, I think. But it's like the breeze is chilly, and like in the shade it's chilly. But like the sun feels amazing. I don't know. I don't remember those being toppled that one being toppled last time. Maybe I'm wrong. This tree's almost lost all its leaves. Whereas the forest part back there is holding on to them pretty well. I try not to walk this way just because I get closer to the road. I don't want you picking up the traffic noises as loudly, but it is what it is, I guess. It's a tractor across the street, so doesn't look like there's anything there, but this is also like the older side. A pretty little autumn wreath that's unfortunately kind of tipped over. See if we can right that maybe. Yeah, kind of. Hopefully that stays. It's really pretty. Already looks a little old though, so maybe they're just reusing from in the past years. Because I don't think it's been here. Some lilies. Those look like they've been here a while. Another autumn wreath up ahead. They do. There's the tractor. I'm so sorry. Let me pause real fast. And we resume. Now that he's passed. Or I guess maybe not autumn wreath. Maybe that was supposed to be like summery, because it looks kind of, it's got like the watering can stuff. But hopefully you're not picking up too much of the wind either. I have the wind damper on as well as the light cover, so I'm hoping you're not picking up on that, but I'll never know until post. Oh goodness, hole in the ground. Animals, most likely. Pretty autumn wreath. They update this one because she passed away recently. It looks like a solar light. It's really pretty. It's catching water, unfortunately, but that's really pretty. Guess I can tap on it a little. It's in really good shape. I wonder what it looks like at night. I bet it's really pretty. Another new autumn setup. So bright. Very pretty. Oh, and the spider has already made a home on the very front. I swear. Are they mowing their lawn, or is it like a motorbike or something coming this way? There's some really small headstones. Pretty good shape for, they buried him in, or whoever, probably a man, in 1899 looks like, or 1889, one of the two. There's a really pretty tree. As you come over here to another new one, new-ish. I think it's from 2017. They have out these beautiful wind chimes. So let's hear them, I guess. Yeah, they're really going. Really pretty. Just thought I'd bring you out here on this nice fall day. Do you say autumn or fall if you are an English speaker? You prefer autumn? Do you prefer fall? I use them pretty interchangeably, as you have probably noticed. Yeah. It's a nice bright golden one behind this lighter green one. Oh, would you look at that? I have a spider hanging off me. Hang on a moment. Hey, buddy. Hey, go. Oh, there's an even bigger spider hanging off of that. You see it right there? There. 'Tis the season. Sorry if you don't like spiders. I do, though. I think they're neat. Oh, is he coming back? Yes, he is. Can you leave me alone? Hang on a second, guys. Okay, I think it's been handled. Like, I'm not worried about them. They're not gonna hurt me. They're teeny tiny. But I don't need to be hitchhiking them back into a building where we spray for bugs. I would feel terrible. I also don't really like them in my hair. Like, this is a personal preference, you know. But, nope. I can hear something moving around out there in the trees. Might just be a squirrel or something. On the drive here, I saw this huge groundhog in the harvested field. Huge guy. Look at how the moss has grown around the edges of this stone. Very interesting. Here's our bright golden tree here. I can't tell if I think the lighter ones, I think they're two different trees that I'm seeing. I think those lighter ones are a different tree, and the golden is its own tree. The leaves style look different, not like it's like they're changing at different rates kind of thing. Oh, there's a woodpecker. Let me see if I can get him on camera. Maybe. He's right up in that V. There he goes again. There he is. There he is. Look at that. How interesting. He's checking it out. He's finding his spot. So sorry for all the vehicles. I don't want to pause it. Oh, man, he's gone. Okay, cool. Cool. Glad you got to see that with me. Kentucky has a lot of woodpeckers, and it's funny because I don't even think they have a bunch of different species. It's either they don't have a bunch of different species or they do have a ton of them. But I think that's what it is. I think it's they only have a few species, but there's a ton of woodpeckers. So, really neat. This tree's already lost all of its leaves, and they're just coating the ground here. So it's about to get crunchy. Father and mother buried under here, died a year apart. I don't think it showed up very well on the screen, but it says he died in 1914, she died in 1915. So I think that might be their child, if I remember correctly. I don't know for sure. Lamb signifying it was a child, or sometimes women who died in childbirth were also given the lamb on top of their headstone or engraved on the stone. Oh, somewhere up there is a squirrel, or possibly the woodpecker. Actually, it sounds more like the woodpecker. There, yeah. Sounds like it was dropping things, so I thought it was a squirrel, since they love to drop things from trees. It's just a sea of leaves. Which, yes, if you live in an area that experiences autumn like this, where the trees drop their leaves, because you get a real winter, or at least a cold winter. If you can, please leave the leaves exactly where they fall, because very important bugs including those like fireflies, will lay their larvae underneath here, and they need that protection from the cold. So that way they start to actually grow in the spring and come out in the summer. The grass itself and the plants underneath also need that coverage, and it mulches and it breaks down and it gives them nutrients to help them grow really pretty once the weather gets warmer again. So if you could, leave the leaves. If they're in your driveway or on the sidewalk, of course, you can get rid of them, move them into the yard. But it's best to leave them be if they're in the yard. It's a pretty gnarly looking tree. Look how golden it looks now. You can really see it now on the camera. Really pretty. Some molehills I'm walking over. I think those are just like concrete slab markers, and concrete, like people use them for like retaining walls and stuff. So they're not actually important. I just think they've been moved. Oh, is this a new one? Oh, wow. This is new. And there are deer tracks on it. That is from deer. I suppose he was a firefighter. He did. He passed away in April. I've been out here since April. Maybe they moved him. Well, he is 94? Yeah. Looks like 94. There's been a deer over here. A deer saying hello to him. Or perhaps that was him. There's the deer coming back to say hi. You can see on the other side of this valley, you can see the more trees along the hill, the ridge line. There's a ton of leaves over there. I'm not going to crunch through all of them because I don't know how well that shows up on camera. I'm going to try to cover from the wind too, even more so than I already have precautions against. It's a gentle breeze, like it's not that aggressive, but the camera picks up what it wants to, I guess. Feels really good out here in the sunshine. Here's the view. So like I said, this is the old half of the cemetery. There is across the street the newer portion. But since these are people who for the most part have passed away decades to 100 years or so ago, I feel it's better to film over here than over there, where there's a lot of recent residents have moved in. Just nicer. But that one was a shock. But considering that he was born in 1929, that does make sense to me. They probably had that family plot since he was a kid. Let me pause real fast because I don't know what that noise is. I'm sure you're going to be so shocked to know it was a tractor again. But alrighty, I think I'm going to end it there. The wind and the trees. And another car. There was actually multiple cars. Yeah. We'll end here with the wind and the trees. Hopefully you can hear me over said wind. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye guys.